Thousands of abandoned houses stand across America. Most are empty. Some are dangerous. But one house in rural Massachusetts has terrified locals for over a century. Not because people hear ghosts. Not because they see shadows. But because every night, at exactly 12 a.m., a new door appears inside the house. And according to local legend, anyone who opens that door is never seen again. Most people dismissed the story as another urban legend. Until October 2019. That's when Structural Inspector Ethan Carter entered Blackwood House for what was supposed to be a routine inspection. He expected rotten floors, broken windows, and maybe a few raccoons hiding in the attic. He wasn't expecting the impossible. The house sat alone in the woods, hidden behind decades of overgrown trees. It looked abandoned, yet strangely untouched. The front door creaked open with almost no effort. Inside, the silence felt unnatural. No birds. No insects. Not even the sound of the wind. It was as if the house itself was holding its breath. Ethan spent hours photographing every room. Everything matched the original blueprints. 12 rooms. One staircase. No hidden hallways. No secret doors. Satisfied, he decided to stay the night and finish the inspection in the morning. That decision would change his life forever. At exactly 11:59 p.m., Ethan placed a camera facing the main hallway. His digital watch slowly counted down. 11 hours 59 minutes and 56 seconds. 57. 58. 59. Then. Knock. A single knock echoed from somewhere inside the wall. Not on the wall. Inside it. His flashlight shook in his hand as he stepped into the hallway. His heart nearly stopped. Standing where there had been nothing moments earlier was a tall black wooden door. Old. Cracked. Covered in dust. It looked as though it had been there for hundreds of years. Except, it hadn't existed 1 second earlier. Every instinct told Ethan to run. Instead, curiosity pulled him closer. He lifted his camera. The closer he walked, the colder the air became. Then, he heard it. A little girl crying. "Please. Help me." Her voice sounded so real. So terrified. That Ethan reached toward the handle without thinking. But before his fingers touched it, another voice whispered from the darkness. "Ethan." His blood froze. He had never told anyone his name. He took 3 slow steps backward. Then the whispers stopped. Morning finally arrived. The mysterious door had vanished. Only the blank wall remained. Relieved, Ethan rushed to review his camera footage. His stomach dropped. The hallway looked completely empty. The camera had recorded Ethan standing in front of a wall, talking to nothing. The door never appeared on video. Yet Ethan clearly remembered seeing it. Touching it. Hearing it. Was he losing his mind? Or had the house somehow hidden the truth? Unable to explain what happened, Ethan returned the following night. This time he wasn't alone. Officer Daniel Brooks insisted on coming. "If there's someone trapped in there," Daniel said, "we're bringing them out." At exactly midnight. The knock echoed once again. Daniel heard it too. Then both men watched in horror as the impossible door slowly appeared out of thin air. Neither of them spoke. Neither of them moved. Because now, they both knew the legend was real. A woman suddenly began screaming from behind the door. "My daughter. Please, she's inside." Daniel reached for the handle. Ethan grabbed his arm. "Don't." Daniel looked at him. "What if someone's alive in there?" Before Ethan could answer, the crying stopped. Then, complete silence. Daniel slowly turned the handle. The old hinges screamed as the door opened. Beyond it, there was nothing. No room. No hallway. No stairs. Only endless darkness. Daniel aimed his flashlight inside. The beam disappeared instantly. As if something inside had swallowed the light itself. Daniel took one deep breath. If I'm not back in 1 minute. He stepped forward. 1 step. 2 steps. 3. Then. He vanished. Not walked away. Not hidden by darkness. He simply ceased to exist. The door slammed shut. Ethan ran forward. He pulled the handle with all his strength. It wouldn't move. Then, without warning, the door faded away, leaving behind nothing but a solid wall. Daniel Brooks was never seen again. Police searched for weeks. No footprints. No body. No evidence. Officials concluded Daniel had disappeared voluntarily. But Ethan knew better. He had watched the impossible happen with his own eyes. Obsessed with finding answers, he searched through forgotten newspapers and historical records. The truth was even more terrifying than the legend. Since 1887, 17 people had vanished from Blackwood House. Every disappearance occurred just after midnight. Every witness described the same black wooden door. Always appearing. Always disappearing. Always taking someone with it. Hidden beneath loose floorboards, Ethan discovered the diary of the house's first owner. The final pages contained only 4 chilling sentences. The door does not belong to this world. It opens only at midnight. Those who enter become the voices calling from within. The door is always hungry. Suddenly everything made sense. The little girl. The crying woman. Daniel's voice. They weren't trapped people waiting to be rescued. They were the previous victims. Forced to lure someone else inside. Terrified, Ethan abandoned the investigation forever. He uploaded every photo and video he had recorded. Within minutes, every file became corrupted. Every image vanished. Every recording disappeared. Except one. A 30-second audio clip. When Ethan pressed play, a familiar voice whispered through the speakers. It wasn't his. It was Daniel. Ethan. Whatever you do, don't let it find another door. Ending. In 2024, Blackwood House was demolished. Bulldozers reduced the building to rubble. Everyone believed the nightmare was finally over. Until a photographer captured one last image of the demolition site. Standing alone among the broken bricks was the same black wooden door. No walls. No house. Just the door. The photo's timestamp read 12 a.m. The photographer disappeared before sunrise. His camera was found lying in the dirt. The final image remained untouched. And if the legend is true, the midnight door didn't die with Blackwood House. It simply moved. Waiting for someone else to hear the knock.